Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Borna. How are
Good, 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 good. I'm doing really well. Good having you here again
Good.
on my show. So, how have you been?
you? Doing well, thank you. Yeah, keeping busy. That's good.
That's perfect. So, tell me what we're gonna watch tonight, what we're gonna see tonight.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to play you an original song called Boogie Woogie Baby. It's a bit of a piano boogie blues piece for you.
Why not? Whenever you're ready, please.
Great. Well, I've got a baby, she knows how to rock. I got a baby, she knows how to roll. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. She knows how to boogie, she knows how to sway, she knows how to woogie like a ting-a-ling-a-ling. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. No matter how I'm feeling, even if I'm feeling blue, no matter where I'm going, a boogie woogie baby comes through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a baby who knows how to rock. I got a baby who knows how to roll. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. And no matter how I'm feeling, even if I'm feeling blue, no matter where I'm going, a boogie woogie baby goes through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a baby, she knows how to rock. I got a baby, she knows how to roll. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. She's my boogie woogie baby and the rhythm of my boogie soul. Thank you.
Hello, Cyril. How you doing?
Just a little joke. How are you doing, Borna?
I'm doing really fine. I'm doing really fine. So thank you very much for being here on my show. And before I'm gonna start my questions, would you like to say hi to those who are watching us now and later?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Very excited to be live with Borna on this show right now. Guys, nice to meet you, all of you.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you very much for being here. As I've said, I really, really appreciate it. I love what you do. And when I crossed your profile, I was mesmerized with your beautiful stuff that you've made that I will get to it. So one of the most interesting part in your work is combining technology and art together. And it's very obvious through the shape of your work. Tell me, the idea of combining these two crossed your mind all of a sudden, or no, you just knew that it's going to be your style?
Well, very good question, Borna. Actually, when I started school, art school and architecture school, first class they say you draw like shit. My drawings. So I was like, oh, I got a problem. So I decided to help myself with computers. It was a time that computers were new to draw. Not even Photoshop was like early stages and all the 3D stuff too. So I started to do renderings, but then the teacher didn't like renderings because they said it looks like computer. We don't want to see this. So I did renderings and then I put a paper on it and I redraw them on top. And they say, oh, looks, it's beautiful. So I started like this by, I had a problem, so I solved it.
Okay, so that was all right. So, but did you know that like it's going to be your style because you are using this combination a lot in your work? Did you know that, or no? Or
no, I didn't. I didn't know. Just one day, I didn't show what I was doing actually, and one day somebody talked to me about Instagram. I thought it was stuff to take pictures, Instagram, because all those filters and stuff. So I didn't understand. And then they say, well, why don't you show your project, your images on Instagram? I said, what for? Say, trust me, do it. So I published my photos on Instagram and it went very crazy. Like I received a lot of feedbacks and stuff. So that's how I started. And it helps. And but it's a long time I was using technology and doing my own stuff. But when you have Instagram, it's important to focus always on the same ideas, same design, same thing. It's the same for people who are doing what we call them here, influencers or people like this. They have to find a subject and focus on this subject or focus on a way to do it. So that's what I did. Actually, when you look online, you see a lot of people giving good advice for Instagram. So I did like everybody. I look and I follow the rules.
Yes. Cyril, I've never seen anyone like you who makes big artistic stuff. And as I've said, I was amazed when I crossed your profile. But I'm sure none of these things happened over the night. And I want you to take us to the beginning and tell me why art, why you're doing this. Take us back from the beginning.
Okay, back in time. Be ready. We're moving. Okay. You know this feeling when you come from work at night time, you stay 1 hour in the train in the morning, 1 hour in the train in the afternoon, on the evening to go back from work. And one day you say, well, I don't even know why I go to work. Because I don't like it, or it's not what I like. I talked to somebody and she told me, well, you should do what you like. What do you like to do? Well, I said, I like to do crazy project, image of fantasy house, fantasy sculptures, public art. She said, does it make money? I said, no, because nobody wants it. She said, but you like it? I said, yes. She said, well, but you're going to find a way. Do what you like, because then you will have a lot of energy. And I'm sure you will find a way to make it to live. You will be able to quit your job one day, and you just have to. I can tell you really want to do this. So if you really want to do something, let's do it. Just do it. So the beginning is most difficult because you have this time while you still have, I will say you have to keep your job for a while, because if you quit your job too quickly, you don't have any more money, then it's panic mode. And then you're not safe to do something cool because you're stressed about the money and the food in the fridge and things like this. So you have a short period where you can do both. At the evening, instead of watching TV or meeting friends, you start to think about stuff. So that's what I did. I published things on Instagram. And the good thing about Instagram is that you get a great feedback, even from your friends or from people you don't know. If it looks like shit, they tell it to you. People are straight, they tell it very quickly. They tell you, oh, I hate what you do. Oh, I love what you do. So this is a good thing, because when you show only your friends, because they are your friends, they will tell you, oh, I love what you do. But they are your friends. So on Instagram, it's more easy. It's easier. And plus, very quickly, I've been talking to people, to other artists. There's so many great artists on Instagram. So it's really easy. You just DM people, you talk to them. So it's really easy. And one day, because at the beginning on Instagram, you get 2 likes, 3 likes, you're happy, 5 likes. But one day, there is for me, it started with a student account, which have a lot of followers. Somebody is gonna repost what you did if you do something artistic. And this guy who reposted, he had 100,000 followers. So then you get a lot of more followers. And for me, I got really lucky because I got reposted by Instagram official account. So because they have, I think, 300 million followers, something like this, I got 10,000 followers in 1 hour, which is crazy. And when it happens, then I receive, I think, 25 emails in one day of people, asking collaboration, things like this. So it was like, the lucky day. But it happens sometimes. So that was crazy, and that's how I started. On this lucky day, I started my first real project with a client. When they asked me for money, I didn't know what to say, because I didn't know if I should say $50, 5,000. I didn't know. Because at the beginning, you have no idea, especially because I was doing what I like. I was not doing something for the money, or I didn't know, because I create my own stuff. So it's hard. You need to put a price on something. Somebody told me a good thing about this. He told me, well, to know the price you want is the price you will be happy to do it for. Or it's a price it will help you, for example, to work full time on this. Not because if you say too low price, for example, then you will be embarrassed because you have to go to your job, you have to do this. So you need to find the right scale, and it's probably the most difficult thing to find the right thing. So I did it, and 2 weeks later I was quitting my job because I had this client. But honestly, I should have maybe kept my job maybe 1 or 2 months more. Because even if you have a success, a first project, to get a second project, it's not easy. It's not easy because you start to have a pressure, and what works one time doesn't work the second time sometimes. So the first project was difficult, but the most difficult was the time between the first and the second one. And then more you do things, more it is easier to show other clients what you did. When you started, then it's good. It's okay. So just to finish your question, just to tell it's Instagram or other social networks, it's like a message in a bottle. But if you don't put a message in a bottle, you will never get something. But if you put it, if you send it, then you will get something sometimes.
They say the hard work always pays. So most of your works have geometric shapes like squares, like circles, like triangles, and etc. And they have certain colors. You know what I mean? It's not like much mixing colors. I'd like to know why they are like this.
Yes. Well, I study a lot why I click on some Instagram images because like everybody, I was jealous. I was like, "Wow, these guys get 5,000 likes. Why am I not?" So I study which images are getting the more and more reposts and more likes. And I noticed two things. First, when you see an image on Instagram on Explorer, you see them very little, very small. And why sometimes I try to want to see one in bigger? It's because there's something unexpected or something maybe funny or something that you have the curiosity to see what's going on. I remember there was this image of an iceberg, and under the water it was a plastic bag. From far, you know this image, and from far you see like an iceberg, but when you look closer, you see that it's a plastic bag under. And this other one with a green balloon, and from close you see this spike, and it's a cactus. So it's like so those images, they tell a story. It's really simple. It's like two colors. It tells a story. So when I did the pyramid, I thought. I had a green background, the trees, I should put something pink because pink stand out a lot in front of it. And then something else, and why I do a pyramid, because I thought this will be unexpected, you know, an old shape like a pyramid in Egypt or something like this. And then just a pyramid will not be enough. It would be, I was working in Paris, Arc de Triomphe, and I thought, it's fun because the Arc de Triomphe is working because there is a passage under it. You know, there is something where you go in a tunnel. So I made a void in the pyramid. And that's it. Then you tell a story, you know, you have your pyramid, you have the pink, and then you have a passage. It's really simple, but people will look at it and say, what's going on? Why is there a pink pyramid here? So here it is, and this was one of the first images that got a lot of success and that we posted on Instagram. So I was happy about it. It took me because
very interesting. They're very, very interesting. This question is relating to what you're saying. I don't know how you look at the world or what sort of world you're living in, but I think this is my impression about you. Half of you lives in a fantasy world, and another half lives in the reality. I don't know why, but I got these things, and I can feel that through your works are very similar to your personality, and they are amongst the features of your works, which is a uniqueness about your work. Tell me.
Yes. Well, I was building. I forgot about that for a long time. But when I was kids, I was building an installation in my room with like papers and stuff. I was hanging stuff everywhere. But I forgot about this time, you know, because after you school, then at school, people tell you should be a lawyer, you should be a doctor, you should be this. So you even forget what you like, you know. And no, it's true. And so one day they say, well, what do you want to be? I said, I don't know. And then they say, well, you like to draw, you're not very good at something, but you're not bad at anything. Why don't you be an architect? I said, oh, okay, it looks cool. I know how to draw a line, yeah, why not? And then, you know, it takes time to find out what you like. And then I remember, yeah, that's true. I like to do this. I like, so it took time. And well, honestly, working for an architect, I was bored because you start to draw something and they're like, oh, windows should be like this. The door is like this. Everything is like, you know, you did before. Or if somebody do something new, then everybody's doing the same thing. You know, it's like, and there's no place, even if you have good ideas, a lot of architects have good ideas, then you have the client, the one who is paying. And he's like, I'm not sure. You know, it's my money. I'm not sure. So you have something like this, is like, it becomes a square. So the only way was Instagram, because on Instagram, you do a house, you do something, you do your style, because you don't, at first I didn't have a client. So I show my stuff out of any context, any money, any country, any nothing. And then it's true, then the people who like what you do are going to come to you. Because sometimes, if you have a client, something who comes to you and they say, oh, I would like you to design this, I would like it to look like this, then there's too much pressure. Then you're like, oh shit, you try to remember everything he told you, you forget almost everything. And well, I have a friend which is a famous artist. He told his client, well, you know, sometimes for 2 months I don't have any ideas, but I don't dare to do this. But it's true. Sometimes you don't have ideas. That's just the point. But by doing Instagram or other social network, I do my stuff, then I show it, then people react to it, and people who don't like it, they go away, and people who like it contact you. So for me, that's these things remove all the boundaries I have. You know, I don't know. I don't need. If I want to do a house like crazy shit, then I can do it, because nobody's gonna tell me why you're doing this. Why? So I think it opens a lot of possibilities, and I can be myself.
Well, I really yeah. I've spoken with lots of artists, as you've noticed, and all around the world, famous, non-famous, and popular. People all around the world, and I love it. And one of the common things that all of them were saying, or the majority of them were telling me is, and you were telling me, like people are not feeling comfortable at first when they see something different. Yes. It's like the nature of human, like it's our nature that we don't easily adjust ourselves to see something new, something probably lots of people called odd, you know what I mean? And which is okay. For something like what you're doing, well, you should expect that sort of reactions, you know what I mean? Because you're doing something very creative. You're doing something very interesting that probably no one sees it before, until they come across your profile and say, oh my God, what is that? What he is doing?
Yes, well, there's a lot of reasons, because one of the things is I control everything I do. It means I use 3D computers that I use very well, but at the same time I use it for my own ideas. A lot of time, people who knows a lot of doing computers or another technique, they are very good because it takes a lot of time to do it. But then either they copy a style, like they do science fiction images or whatever, or they follow the rules of a client, like another architect or somebody. And me, I know well those renders, but at the same time, I wanted to show my own ideas. And so I didn't have the pressure. I could do what I want. What is my mind, I could do it. And because, like I said, when I started, don't forget, I still have a job. So there was no pressure of I need to make money with this, or I need there was a job who was taking care of this. So I could go straight into this. But it's true, at the beginning, when you do something unexpected but different, most of the time you have bad comments. You know, you're doing something architecture or artist, most of the time people will go see somebody in your family which is artist and architect.
Yeah.
And of course, he's gonna tell you, well, it doesn't look good. Sorry, buddy, it looks. And the good thing about Instagram is that you get all those people saying, oh, sorry, I don't understand your stuff, but you get some people who like what you do. Because, I don't know, it's open mind. A lot of people like, want to see things different. They are sick of watching TVs, watching, things always in a frame, in a box. So you will get a lot of positive feedback, and you will do your own stuff, your own style. I think it's important to have a style and to believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Now, I want to change the atmosphere. I want to do something. So I've still got my questions here. I want you, please, give us a tour. Check us with you. Grab your camera. As you can see, there is like a two arrow. If you click on it, and you can grab your camera and take us with you to your place and show us what you've got there.
First, I'm gonna bring stuff to the camera.
Okay.
So,
all right. So yeah, sure.
You see this? So I'm working on some flamingos and stuff like this, but let's move a little bit.
Yeah.
So you see the computer. I do sometimes like I don't know why I did lemons, but I do lemons. I was showing, but I can't see well. So to the lens, you see, I do little bricolage, little stuff, because it's not enough to just see on a computer. So I do little things like this, and then sometimes more complicated, like this one. Stuff. It's a storm and raining outside, so I wanted to show you a big inflatable, but it's a storm outside, so unfortunately I can't do it. So I work on a lot of things. This is like a lot of example.
Okay. You need to do it a little bit slowly. And then let's move it to the middle of the camera. Yes. Wow.
So as you can see, a lot of some of the projects are built, and some of them are images. This one is built. It was last year in Cleveland. This was in China. This was a pink pyramid in Philadelphia.
Wow.
This one is not built, but I started to draw some images about this one. So this was one where it was fun to do with the watermelons. One day I bought a watermelon and I thought, wow, that's cool texture. So I started. This is one of the images I did for the pink pyramid. So this is another artwork which will be soon in China. This is a show I did in Paris. That's me. So that was in New York City. That's me again. That's me. I'll close up. So this one was fun. It was just a flamingo 10 times larger, but the idea was that you can walk under and stay here. Wait. So the spheres are more like it's a lot of my artwork are like this. Is because I wanted to go inside the material, so I can show you some other images about this. First I did was this one. It's almost all, you see, like all blue. It's like all full. I start like this, like this is image I do at the beginning, and then the more I work on the project, then you remember I show you a balloon, a ball. Then I start to buy stuff and to see how I could do it. And but it's important. I really wanted that people are completely immersed inside this. So that's one of that's the idea all the time is like you always need to be spectacular. So you need to keep in mind that if you're gonna try to make it for real, that either you make it for real but it's spectacular, otherwise you don't make it because it needs to be spectacular.
Wow.
And so, but I can't show you this because most of the time when I start a job like this, I work on it outside because I need a lot of rooms, but today is like too crazy out. But so I can, because what's important is to test the things. If you have an idea, you have to test it. So sometimes you just do with some papers or with a little model. That's why I do models like this. For example, this one is I call it something difficult is to find a name sometimes. Mm-hmm. For example, this one. Yeah. See, it's a pyramid made just of.
Slow. All right. Cool.
Of circles.
Wow.
And this one was supposed to be built in the US this year, but because of COVID, it's postponed. And then I do a small model to check what it looks like, if it's okay. Wow. And then I work with the people.
Wow. It's huge. Wow.
Yeah, it's huge, and then I think about nighttime. That night here. Here we go. So that was first tries. I do like just one color, but I thought it was not enough. Just to show you that before doing one image, I do a lot of them. It's not just you find an idea and you do it. What I recommend all the time is to do something. Sometimes you're very happy, but not publish it the next day. Wait 2 or 3 days, because sometimes you come back and you say, "Oh, I don't like it anymore." So you need to sleep a little bit and to think if you're still happy with it.
Exactly.
And I recommend this. Never go too fast. Take your time. For example, yeah, then I figure, well, maybe I should do it purple. So I try purple. I do a lot of tries. It's not just like strong like this. It's not easy. You need to make a lot of tries because you don't know. So you need to search what is good, what is not good.
Okay.
See, I do so other things.
Okay. You were showing us that pink things earlier. What is that pink? Is that statue or something next to you there?
This?
Yes. What is this one?
This is I'm working on this right now. This is going to be limited edition sculptures that are going to be for sale. And so this is one of them, but there's other cool ones. There will be, I don't have them here because they are in the studio, but I'm going to have those little jellyfish too that people would be able to buy, but they're going to be larger. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I always thought I don't have anything, you know, if you watch TV and you see a series, they all have like fancy sculptures on a desk and cool stuff. I always wanted one, but I always think everything is boring. So I thought, okay, let's do something for this. So I'm working a little bit on this. I can't show you too many of them because then I will have to choice. I will have to decide. Okay, I do this one or this one, and then I'm sure I'm going to choose one, and people are going to say we wanted the other one. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
In my opinion, thank you very much for showing us. You've been through a lot. So, Cyril, in my opinion, one of your most interesting works is one of you made with fake vegetables, or you called it fake vegetables. I think I think that project is so fantastic and very creative. I loved it. I think that was quite creative. But what was the viewer supposed to get from that work? What did you want to convey? Or what sort of message you want to give pass to your viewer?
Well, I wanted, when I started, I said, but I don't know if it was clear, I was doing mostly fantasy houses. Fantasy homes and stuff like this. When I say fantasy, it's that somehow with just cube and spheres or like things like this. And I thought I could go further and imagine something like a space, but with something unexpected. And that's why I use those watermelon, and especially because watermelon had been a lot in pop culture and pop art, for example, Andy Warhol and all those people. It's because it's fun, you know. The texture is nice. It's complicated. I mean, it's nice. So I thought it could work. So I tried on my computer and I was really impressed. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna make them large, put them all together, do something, and it works very well. So. Now I'm working more and more on an installation about using those again, and I'm making some little difference. I designed a pool too with a lot of watermelons. I think it could be fun, like huge watermelons, and you go inside and you just throw them all around. So this is a way, because if you use only abstract things, when I do cube spheres and stuff, then you're an abstract artist. Yes. If you draw figurative, then you're a figurative artist. So I wanted to mix those. That's why I use flamingos, because then if you have a flamingo, you have a head, you have eyes. So then you're starting to be figurative. But because I use them in a way that some other people could see more minimal, more abstract, because they could see just the circles and stuff. But sometimes it speaks also to other people who wants to see a representation of something, and it's something for the watermelon. It's mixing different things, different abstract and figurative.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I love that. I love that project, and one of those. Yeah, that was one of the projects actually really drew my attention, and I loved it as soon as I got in your profile. Cyril, it was amazing time having you here on my show. I really appreciated your time. But before I'm gonna wrap it up, so is there anything else that you want to say, and probably I didn't ask you?
Well, first, thank you so much for doing your show, and I've been watching since you contacted. I didn't know you, so I've been looking around, and I had a lot of fun and a lot of interest, because I discovered other people, very interesting on a lot of different subjects. So it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And that's something I like about it too. It's not when you watch real TV or stuff like this, everything is marketing, you know, because it's you have to be in the box, you know. And so please continue to do so. It's really, for me, it's very nice. And as I was telling you, I spend sometimes 1 hour on Instagram because I think it's important to see what other people do. And I look at other artists, I look at musicians, I look at a lot of things because I don't think we can do something by ourselves. So I think it's important to never stay in your room and say, okay, I'm going to find this good idea. Good. No.
Absolutely.
I am a little bit shy, so I don't go too much out and stuff like this. But with Instagram, you can talk to people, watch other people, watch some other show, and you're not alone. No, it's true. So thank you so much for what you're doing. And I just want to add this. If you guys watching us, don't stay by yourself. Like you can watch on Instagram because something too. You know, when you're a lawyer, your friends are all lawyers. When you're a doctor, all your friends are doctors, or some of them will miss doctors, but there are something else. Or if your friends are friends when you go to school, they live in the same place. Their parents know your parents. You know, you have always a lot of connection. It's difficult to know people that random, that you should not meet because not you live at the same place, not you have something in common. So that's what I like in Instagram. It's like a big, it's saying, okay, this one is going to be your friend, this one. It's moving everything, and then you connect to other people. You connect and it open your mind because you connect to because otherwise you are friend with someone because he's friend of another friend of you. It's always like and you're making a turn. You turn all the time.
I'm connecting everyone with each other.
Yes. DM us, send us message. We will always say hi, and please. And when if we finish lockdown one day, we can have a beer, of course. Yeah, no problem.
I really hope to meet you one day in the reality, and hopefully the pandemic ends soon, that we can catch up. I know you will be here in Melbourne at some point, and and I've never been in France, and I love to go to France, and I might travel to France. Let's see. Let's keep in touch.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.